So part 8 plus all the DLC so far, not Keicho because he's not here yet. So
Oh, Keicho gonna be S tier because he's part 4.
he's
That's
You know
part
what I'm
4, so
bias.
saying?
he's gonna be detailed with Iggy. But we're gonna go with Josuke Higashigata part 8. You know,
B tier, definitely B. But
I
A
put
tier.
him.
Yeah.
has
Why 8 here?
Because he's Josuke Hashigata. And he's really good.
that's your part 4 bias. I mean, if you read the manga, you know what his real name is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Then he would be S tier if you read the manga.
That's all nobody cares about that. We all know he's a part 4 wannabe, which makes him S tier. Off rip. But no, okay, let's get serious. I'm gonna get serious now. I'm sorry.
I'll put him in B tier.
I say he's a B tier character.
He's
Average
I got him.
buttons.
buttons.
He has
I
good
got him low B.
smoky.
Like,
I could see why ASAP will put him in low B due to the fact that his damage is pretty crappy. But he does have decent buttons. He's another one of those characters where his C actually is not a hard knockdown. This is B, which is a hard knockdown, which is funny.
He's been
What's
nerfed
it?
from PS3 days to PS.
Yeah, he has. But remember, he's the only character in this game who could combo from HHA to GHA with the cancel, which is funny. What's it called? He has a very strong level 1, but ironically his bubble gimmicks are very slow. Like how you have a gimmick that you can protect yourself with bubbles, but then you can get punished while doing it. His fireballs is very slow. It has no durability. They disappear or just sidestep them. His little breakdance move on the floor is very. Ironically, it's not a low anymore. You could block it standing up, I believe, in certain situations. His stand moves are just pretty mediocre. It's just rush down, punch and grab, or punch, punch, punch. His best move from stand is that kick, so that he disconnects from. He's pretty mediocre in every sense of the word. He literally is just like a copy and paste Jotaro, just without the damage. I think that's my opinion.
I got him in low B. Again, same reason, like low damage. Some of his utility is really weird. Some of the links, and then the projectile, you can easily stylish dodge it, even though people kind of use it to like kind of protect themselves with it, but I don't really see it. I did play one good Gappy player before, but at the same time, I felt like this character was kind of easy to deal with. It's not something oppressive, not unfair.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree.
I'll put him in low B too. He puts in too much work.
Cause-
And out of all the
he's a
characters
fair
in
character.
the game, I think he's one of the few that can't even do a normal easy beat into a GHA.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. Him, SEDC, all those people.
Embarrassing. Could not
So-
be me. I understand.
So we'll just move on to the next one. So he's low B.
Yeah.
We have Bao.
Oh, I hate
the-
Val. Why is this guy on the tier list? I hate this character. He shouldn't be in the game.
Hey
but
man, I actually like him personally. I don't think he's that bad.
I'll give him A, but I don't like the character, bro. I hate him with every fiber of my being.
I wouldn't put him in A though. I still say he's like Jonathan. He's a B tier character. Because despite all his gimmicks are very straightforward. That's the problem with him. He's a very straightforward character. There's nothing he's doing to surprise you except rush you down. That's literally his gimmick. He's in your face, rush you down, just use buttons to stay on you, and jump cancel all out of his specials. But his buttons are not that oppressive. His jump C is pretty average. His jump B is okay. His damage is good. I'm not going to deny that. But his little armor gimmick is not even worth doing sometimes, depending on the move. I mean, he's like Jotaro in the sense where he can just do A, B, he can easy beat into the GHA, and his GHA hits really hard if he has level 3. But his main weakness as a character is that he takes mad damage. He's actually one of the characters with the lowest health in the game, ironically.
Good.
You can literally two-touch
He
him.
said good.
No, I agree. He can be very annoying. I can understand from your end how annoying he can be, but he ain't that he ain't that good. He's just an average character in my opinion. So B, honestly.
I'll say the same. Besides his mix-ups, I don't really find him that much of a problem. He has mix-up and damage. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So he's in B Sama. Next, Risotto Nero. Alright, now we can talk about it.
Oh man,
So
I love
S-
Risotto Nero.
S tier.
plus.
I won't go that. I mean, I know why he's S tier, but like he. I mean, we have to see after his nerfs because he's getting nerfed in the patch right now. But how he is right now, he's definitely an S tier character because confirmed from easy hitting normals, has one of the best 2Bs in the game. That slide is really has an actual frame advantage combo. If you block the fireball, then the 2B's gonna hit. Let's see, dumb damage. If even at level 1 HH8 does decent amount of damage. Has one of the best gimmicks in the game that lasts long for no particular reason. Like that command grab or the counter when it puts you in that stays on forever. You can't run, you can't back, you can't do anything. So it's like damn. One of the hardest hitting GHAs in the game. You get hit with that, and if you have like 70% life, if he catches you in a combo, you're dead. You just have to say you're dead because it's
The unblockable gimmick.
And his unblockable gimmick is actually cancelable, which is hilarious.
Not next patch though, but I digress.
Yeah.
But yeah, his stand mode is very good too, especially against zoners like
Yeah.
join.
He's probably he's definitely S tier. I'm not even gonna lie. He's an S tier character, but
Very good mix up
man.
too when you can't see him do his overhead low.
I still don't understand why you can't grab him when he goes invisible. Just because he's invisible doesn't make him like transparent. He's still a physical entity. You can grab him.
What are you talking about?
So-
When he's invisible, you can't see him. You know?
Yeah, just because you could become John Cena doesn't mean you can't get touched. Nah, the bullcrap lies.
Well, it's camouflage, it's not invisibility.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, all I know is Risotto was such a fun character when he first came out.
I remember we were all excited to use
He's
him.
still
We
fun.
were all excited to use him when he was coming out.
And I love the mix-up. I love the OTG setup that Kenji told me about.
Hey.
Oh, that was so dirty. Oh, it was so dirty. But I agree. He's really high up there because he has a lot of tools. He has zoning. His projectiles was stupid. It still kind of is a little bit, but
I hear you.
I got him in S tier also.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
He's in S for me too. Alright, cool. So the next one is we have two Puccis. Yeah. So we can either put them in one, or we could do Sea Moon and Over Heaven as different characters.
You put him as one character, in my opinion. It's just one guy, and truth be told, if that's the case, because then we have three parts, because there's White Snake, the Sea Moon, and Made in Heaven, things like that. Just
Made in Heaven.
Alright, cool. So Sea Moon over Heaven. Because the White Snake is only B tier. So for Sea Moon alone, I'll put him in A.
If you want an honest opinion, I consider that Pucci C tier. Honestly, ironically,
But you're thinking about how long it takes for him to get into that form, right?
there's even they buffed that actually with the patch that came out now. What we have now, that's how he gets in that mode faster. Just a lot of people don't go into it. A lot of people actually just stay in White Snake due to the fact White Snake is more disruptive than Sea Moon. But when it comes to that Pucci in general, the reason why I say personally he's in C tier is, especially after the Made in Heaven nerfs and everything. For one, he
Made in Heaven too?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Because
they
remember,
did.
you can you move normally when you're in Made in Heaven, and you could fight him pretty much. They just made it where and his time doesn't go fast, so you can just fight him normally. But he is like quadruple the speed, and
Oh, that's
fighting you.
good. The only characters
Yeah.
that could fight him in normally was Diavolo and Chiono in Requiem.
Only in Requiem though. But if the
Diavolo was
truth
just
is,
Volo, though.
okay, so I'll try to be. I won't try to be too long about it, but this Pucci, Final Form Pucci, I'm just gonna call him that. Final Form Pucci is pretty much White Snake, same problem like the what I said before prior with the other Pucci. Does no damage, but has very long combos. The difference comparing to the other Pucci though is that they changed the specifics on like his command grab and his HHA. And the reason why people like to actually use that Pucci more because instead of with White Snake Pucci, he just steals your special. With other Pucci, he steals your moves. That's more dangerous in general because then your character's crippled. You really can't play the game. And when certain characters can't play the game, like i.e. Johnny, for example, you take Johnny's disc, he's crap. He can't do anything. He's like he's literally a cripple. The guy's crippled and you crippling even more. So he like some characters actually become useless without their moves.
Right.
And the problem is but you're relying on the same gimmick. I stole your move, now I gotta run away and get these 14 words to go to see
Same
Moon.
character. Yeah.
And you might as well just play White Snake Pucci then, because at least with White Snake Pucci you get a GHA and a HHA, and you have a little bit more options. But
I was gonna say that too. He doesn't have a GHA White Snake form, and then when he see Moon, he doesn't even have a HHA.
And that's where we go to the next argument. Once he's in C Moon, okay, I sacrifice my HHA, but I get unblockable moves and dumb damage. However, even in C Moon, my buttons are not that good. And it was not that good even in PS3. And when you're playing him now, it's the same concept. The only difference is that they gave some of his moves unblockables. I don't remember. I'll be honest, I don't remember the PS3 version not having no unblockables. But I do know in this version he has it, and he has a fireball that's garbage. Honestly, it's not that good. The one with the 3 rocks, it's a good assist, but when it comes to being a normal move,
that's garbage.
His garbage move. His unblockable punch is good if you're comboing into it, but outside of that, it's mad slow and very predictable to dodge. You can react to it. The only one you can't react to is the one he punches in. That move is really good. And that's unblockable. And if you read wrong, then Pucci's gonna just hit you with everything you got in the combo. But again, with the lack of HHA, you don't want to do it without the combo, and it kind of sucks when you don't have an HHA, so you're relying on just raw damage to win the fight when your buttons are not that good. Then we go into Made in Heaven. Okay, Made in Heaven. Before the nerf, it had the same gimmick like PS3. I can't move, and I can hit you once and then lay me out when the time goes to 0 and I win a round. It was a free round back then. Now with the nerfs now, they made it like Gold Experience Requiem, where he could go, once he's in Made in Heaven, you move normally, time moves normally, but he has more buffs than you to the point where, in technicality, he's supposed to win. But at least you have a chance to fight him back and try to win the round.
He's too weak though.
There's that. He's weak. You can mix him up on activation in Made in Heaven, because the problem is when he goes into Made in Heaven and he actually gets it, he actually has an animation where he lands and has to pose first before he can start fighting. And you're able to move before him. You have Oki on him on his own special. So you're like, what am I gonna do? You have to land first. So guess what I'm about to do? About to mix you up in Made in Heaven, and you're like, crap. His combos in Made in Heaven is pretty cool. I won't lie. They're very fast, but like they don't do damage. His normals don't actually have ironically, not a lot of range for a guy who's moving faster than you, like the Flash and everything. And you could literally disrupt half the stuff. And I don't know if he has an escape move from Made in Heaven. I'll be honest, I don't use him. So, from what I've seen when I fought, he has a teleport, yes. But I mean, like how Jono has, if you hit him in Gold Experience Requiem, he can break the combo automatically. He has his own automatic combo breaker. I don't know if Pucci has that.
I don't think
so. No, I don't think he got that.
So that alone makes Gold Experience Requiem a little bit better, because at least with Requiem, I have a way to get all your. If you hit me once, I'm just going to automatically break the combo, and it's unblockable, and I can do whatever setup I want afterwards. No damage, but he's very, very fast in Made in Heaven if you get caught. But the thing is that, just like White Snake, which is ironic, Made in Heaven had the same concepts where I'm not doing a lot of damage. I'm just doing a lot of annoying crap that annoys the opponent, but if the opponent touches me, I'm screwed. But at least I have like teleport speed, so they have to come after me and put themselves in unsafe situations to fight me. But overall, no, he's doing too much. Just my explanation alone right here is where I'm doing words, I'm doing see moon, so I'm sacrificing, I'm doing all these gimmicks, and even when I get my ultimate gimmick, it's not even worth it. It's to the point where I'm doing all this work for. I'm playing Lee Chaolon and Tekken. I'm doing all these fancy crap for no damage, and it's like, why am I doing it?
Yeah,
And
basically.
that's why he's a C tier character. If he was doing damage, like real damage, and stuck with it throughout the whole entire game while animated heaven, he would be a S tier character for me. But he's not. He's a hardcore C tier character in my heart. But if anyone has a counter argument for it, I personally put him in C.
No, I agree. I just remember
I
doing
got
those
him in B.
supers.
I got him in B because of that stupid win condition alone. Unless that's the stupid
That win
win
condition
condition
ain't
alone.
even that great though, because by the time you get into
It's still a
heaven,
win
his
condition.
health is already low. His health is already low by the time he goes into.
It
remember-
can guarantee you a round if you play it smart. That's what I'm saying. It's an
But the
automatic
thing-
round.
It's not though. They took that away. Remember, time doesn't go fast anymore, and you have to fight me. So you can't lay me out even if you wanted to, because I'm moving normally. And depending on the character, it's like for example, you find Diavolo with a teleport too. You try to teleport backwards, Diavolo teleport forward. He's in your face.
Yeah, you're not
And-
running
And the thing is, as a Pucci player, I don't want to suspect Pucci players, but they go mash. They're going to hardcore mash and if someone has a GHA counter, guess what's going to happen? They're going to read that mash and you get caught and you're dead in one hit. So it's like, but that's specific on the character. But even so, it's just that you're doing so much work for little reward. If there was a light at the end of the tunnel, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he's top tier. But there was no. You're in this forever dark cave, putting yourself into a darker cave for what? For a little bit of extra flair. Flair ain't worth it if you're not winning the round, and it's not worth it. And Pucci relies too much on outside sources to make him good. Even when you have to literally use assists to make him viable, like very good assists. Most people use Koichi because it puts you in a down state, and he can just get free words from it.
Yeah.
But then even when you get to see Moon, it's not an automatic I win round. It's like if the opponent knows how to play against you, Pucci's still struggling, and you sacrifice a GHA and a HHA for a stand that's not even that great. So you're like, ah, crap. What's the point? Hence why people just stay in White Snake. At least you get I can steal your move. But now I'm not doing no damage in White Snake mode. So again, what's the point?
I respect, because you did say he needs assistant help, and I was like, you're right. That does kind of a character that does good without a assist. I can see why I would put him in B. So yeah, I'm gonna move him down to C, because he does need an assist to do most of his stuff.
And people would counter argument. People would say, isn't that a lot of the characters? Yes, but at least
Nah.
some of the characters in this game don't need assists to be good. Some characters are just good outside the box. Look, Risotto, he don't need no assists. The assist is a bonus. Kakyo and his
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hermes with stickers don't need no assist whatsoever.
pretty much. Joseph,
who
he don't need.
else that doesn't need
you don't-
assists? The next character,
Who
Weather
that?
Report.
A tier. Hands down. I don't even think about that. A tier.
We ain't got to even discuss him. He's solid projectiles, range, storm mode,
Traps.
can interrupt people,
Traps,
taunt
blizzards.
combos.
Taunt has unblockable fireball setups that without the taunt. Without the
He
taunt.
just got everything, bro. He just got everything.
TLD.
He's A.
It is just that the thing about Weather Report is that Weather Report is technical. That's the thing about him. It's not like he's not an automatic I win button. You have to know what you're doing with him, which is what
I feel like he's very
a top tier.
high-tier.
He's up there. He's a top tier
Because
character.
he also has his he has multiple he has 2 level 1s, right? He has the snail. You can't do nothing. Damage is unscaled. It doesn't
Ironically, I
matter.
think
And
you know what's the
also
funny thing
he has
about
his,
it?
Cloud form. If you touch him, you burn slowly. You can't send
Yeah.
projectiles because it gets redirected towards you. If he hits you, he does more damage because he starts getting stunned with these normals. He
Yeah.
does combo routes.
But I feel like they shadow nerfed him a little bit in one thing. Like before when you were in snail mode, the guaranteed combo was that he would do the electricity didn't grab you. You could break the grab now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was fighting my friend using him, and I tried to grab him, and he broke my grab and knocked him out of the snail mode, and he was ready to fight back normally. I was like, wait, what the hell? He was shocked. He's like, wait, I could break the grab. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah. But even with that, when that happened, he's still a great character. If I had to give him a weakness, without the stand, his buttons are crap. But that's most of the stand users in this game, anyways. Where without their stand, they're pretty average. But when they get the stand, they're very good. Weather report he's the latter.
I agree. What happened to Kenji? Hello?
Huh? Oh, sorry, my bad. I was reading something.
What happened to Kenji? He's gone too. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Stroheim is S tier based on my hatred for him.
Really?
He's A
Really?
tier. Don't do that.
Nah, I think he's B. Yeah, I'm
B?
solidified. He's B. Yes, he's
I
a
was
B tier
joking with
character.
the S. He's a minimum A.
No,
Minimum.
A, minimum A.
you know what? I'll only give you the A because of his damage. But if I had if I had to break when I break the character down, then people start seeing my argument. Okay, I see what he
I
means.
break him down.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, break
baby.
him down.
All right, Stroheim, he hits hard. Yes.
Yes.
But Stroheim's only gimmick in the game is to jump B, jump C, shoot you with a gun, or throw grenades. The problem is that
You can say
one,
the
the
same with
grenades,
Kakyoin.
true, but different than Kakyoin. At least he's zoning you with it. In Stroheim's case, Stroheim has to be in.
He has
literally
triple
has. He has to be in. But his fireball actually hits very weak. The gun itself, ASAP fought me today. He shot me with 3 bullets, and I had literally I had 1 HP, and I still lived. He said, "Wait, why are you still alive?" And I was like, "Yeah, exactly." But his buttons are stubby. They're high priority buttons, but they're stubby, and they have no range besides B, and that's it. That's B. And the only button you're really going to use with Stroheim is B to go to C, and then you go into your UV mode and then do the typical Stroheim stuff.
Oh, I throw out C. I throw out that heavy because it goes forward. It's just stupid.
Even if it goes forward, it's slow, and ironically, it has no mix. Because the only thing you're going to do as a Stroheim player is you either go do the overhead, or you're just going to jump back. Or maybe jump up and try to do a jumping attack. Despite the fact his normal buttons alone, his 2A, 2B has no range. His C, no one's going to use a hard knockdown unless you want to go to UV mode and GHA. His normal B is literally his best button because it does cross up and it hits far. And it hits jumping in, so it's like also an anti-air button. However, outside of that, his gimmick is always the same, so you know how to you can lame him out 90% of the time. Now, the controversy is everyone puts him in A tier because of UV mode. I get it. UV mode is oppressive. But the thing is, if the players actually know how to really look at Stroheim and see it, UV mode has no mix. There's only 2 mixes UV mode have. Jump or run up and grab you.
That's
And
true, but with UV mode, it has so much priority over other normals that you can't even get in when you want to get in. And
now
the player
that's the
could just
thing.
keep mashing because the heavy has so
Don't-
much hits.
As me as a player telling you, don't rush him when UV mode is there. Just hold down back.
You
Literally.
need to run. You need to run
'Cause-
when he's in stripper mode.
But you don't want to
No.
be taking that chip damage.
So why not? You don't take chip damage from UV mode. The most is you take guard damage, and then I showed it to ASAP today. He's like, "Yo, why is my guard going out so hard?" And I just kept spamming B. I'm just doing A B over and over. But truth be told, when I was fighting ASAP, I told him to hold down back. The only thing I literally could do to him was run up to him and press A B. Or if I jump in the sky, he just has to stand and block. And if I do C, I'm ungodly safe. Despite how it looks, you could punish. The game even tells you in the practice menu, if you throw out C, it's unsafe. No one punishes a C because they're afraid of UV mode. But the truth be told is that if you have a good normal that can reach him, after he does C, you can punish him, and he's taking
That's
a
the
hit.
difference. My characters don't have good normal
All right. If your character, okay, for example, if your character doesn't have good normals, then down back the entire fight. Just hold down back, because he's going to Stroheim eventually in the fight. He's going to do this. A
Grab.
B A B A B. Run up to try to grab you. Once you see him run up, that's when you punish him. Because the truth is, he can't do anything else. He's just going to either jump and try to overhead you, but if you block it, then he's going to do automatic AB when he lands. AB or 2AB. Like I said, just jump, block it, jumping, then duck again and down back. When you're noticing your bar is like your guard is about to break, that's when Stroheim is going to be a little more aggressive. You could throw in an SD there, but don't attack right away, because that's the one thing. You can't SD the UV lights, which is something, in my opinion, they have to fix. That's on their end. You should be able to punish the after styles dodge when he does it, because he does. If you style dodge, he'll throw out the C, and the C is like a cone, and the cone it'll randomly hit you sometimes. So you'll be like, what the hell? So you kind of have to respect it a bit. But outside of the UV mode, it has legit no mix. And if you have to, the problem is that you have to interact with Stroheim. People who rush him. My Joseph has to rush him sometimes. The only difference is that I have EX Cracker Volley, which nullifies 90% of Stroheim's game. And then once I'm in there, Stroheim can't really do anything, because my buttons are better than Stroheim's. I have more priority than Stroheim. And if I just happen to lose the scramble, I'm going to run away. I at least have the ability to run away, and then throw the EX Cracker Volley to set up my setups again.
Must be
Outside
nice
of that,
being a
I
Joseph player.
Must be nice to run away. Some people can't run away when stripper lights is on the show. When
To be
stripper
fair,
lights is on the stage,
I
you
get
gotta
what you
take
mean.
it.
I get you, because when I picked Jolene against ASAP's Stroheim, my mobility saves me so much against Stroheim in these dirty UV stripper mode.
When he's running, and if you have a counter, if your general does have a counter in general, you could counter it. Like Jolene's string counters Stroheim's light. Ironically, people are like, what? Like, yeah, it's not. Even though it's a light, he could counter it and kick him away. And it's not as oppressive as everyone sees it. Because if that was the case, if you go to tournaments, everyone will be using Stroheim. They will automatically just say Stroheim, automatically I win. But no, look what people still pick. They pick Kakyo and they pick Risotto. You may get the occasional Giorno or Johnny, maybe a Jonathan. But if he was that oppressive as a character, it would be like Tekken 4 Jin Kazama, where I'll never forget that Evo where all the top 10 was freaking Jin Kazama, because he was the best character in the game. This is not Stroheim. Stroheim is not that.
Fair enough.
That is true, because in the tournament, nobody was really playing on it. They was playing old Joseph and
Koichi.
there was one Koichi player. Don't do that.
I
There was literally one Koichi player.
guarantee does a lot. It disables you.
To beat gravity, you have
But
to
you have
mash.
to hit him. You have to hit him with that. You act like it's easy to get in with Koichi.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, technically, the thing is, Koichi, it's not. You're saying it's not hard to get in with him, but that's a whole different discussion. We're on tier list.
Yeah, yeah.
Stroheim,
That's a whole
Stroheim is B. He's B to me, but this is a vote.
I'll
You
put him
could-
in
you-
A.
Hey, if you
I
and
hate
him
your
put
arguments,
the vote.
and I understand it. But you're talking
Yeah, I
about a
respect his
character with
argument.
good buttons and good getaway tool.
Yes, so
Against the rest of the
and-
classes, which don't really have that. Because on our tennis, most of the cast is B or C. Some is an A. He's definitely an A tier character.
So,
Not a
and
lot
I
of
can
characters
understand
do
it. Like I said, but from my perspective, he is always a B character. But I get it. I 100% get it. It's the truth that anybody who has to interact with Stroheim, like they have to literally run in on him and fight him, it's scary, because the moment Stroheim touches you, you're losing
When he
life.
takes off his shirt and starts flipping. That's what you say it. Say it. Say it with your chest, Kenji. You know what he's doing.
Fine. Stripper mode, Stroheim. You happy ASAP? There you go. Once he goes in Magic Mike mode, it's a wrap. There you go. Once he goes to Magic Mike mode, it's over.
Pretty much. I get rush downs.
But the thing is, I personally believe if you really know how to fight Stroheim and read between the lines with him, you can understand where his hard weaknesses are, and you won't be that afraid of him, honestly, in my opinion. But I could concede and say, yeah, I can see why he's an A tier character. I understand. And my argument in this game is anyone who does damage, like really high damage from the get go, those are top tier people. Stroheim is one of those people. He touches you, you're guaranteed to lose life. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're losing your life. You're losing a lot too. So I get it.
All right, so he's the last character until we get more updates. So we finally
We actually got through that pretty quick.
Yeah, we did actually.
Yeah.
All right then. So that's
So
it.
what we gonna do when
We'll,
Koichi come? What we gonna do when Kechi come out though?
we'll just do a new update when Diego or the final character is out.
Yeah, we could do it by honestly, we could do it by patches. That's how you really rate tier lists after trying new characters and new patches. Then you could make a whole new list again, like tier list for patch 1.60,
Oh yeah.
like stuff like that.
So we could do that like after this patch come out. We'd be like, okay, so we feel like this character has moved here, this character has moved here, and then it got to be like throughout all the parts. We can just move characters we felt that move.
Yeah. So and like for this tier list right now, especially since it's the recording, this is for patch no 1.59. I think that's the one we run right now on 1.50, whatever. But this is patch 1.59. Yeah, the next one's 1.6. Yeah.
Yeah, we literally got to update this in like 2 days. Well,
Pretty
not
much.
2 days.
We'll
see.
We'll update eventually. We'll see. Alright then, cool. I appreciate you guys doing the video with me. Thank you.
Not a problem.
No problem.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Cool. Until next time.